Sportsbit is powered by BetOnline, driving the opening odds market since 2001. Visit sportsbookreview.com to learn more about BetOnline and its A+ rated platform in the link below.
Recorded live from Las Vegas, Wednesday, January 10th, early in the morning. It's Sportsbit. Betting insight today from SBRpicks.com. As always, we open the show. Bad beats, bad bets, bad for the books. We're going to take a look at both NFL playoff games for the weekend. Plus, we've got the T-Wolves facing the Thunder in NBA action for tonight. And yeah, I've got some comments about what the latest is on the legislation that's moving around the country for sports betting legalization. Turns out the leagues want to get a cut directly in their pocket. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. Let's get right into it. Bad beats? Yeah, there was one last night, at least one that stood out to me. Virginia, -9 against Syracuse. They won the game 68-61, a 7-point margin. The Cavs were up 14. There's a minute 10 left, and they have the ball. This game's not going to be a Syracuse cover. Virginia, one of the most unlikely teams in the country to go turnover, turnover, turnover. What do we have? 9-0 Syracuse run to close out the game. The Orange come through the back door late. Tough beat if you had Virginia minus the points. Bad bets in the NBA last night. Well, Oklahoma City took money, and the under took money. Blazers, Thunder in that ball game. No Damian Lillard, no problem for the Blazers. Oklahoma City defense has been god-awful now without Andre Roberson in the lineup. We'll talk about him a little bit later in the show when we preview T-Wolves Thunder. That's going to be a topic for us in Big Game Breakdown. Bottom line, the Oklahoma City money, the under money, yeah, those are bad bets. More bad bets last night. Certainly Wisconsin stands out in that regard. Ethan Happ, man, he's one of the best players of the entire Bo Ryan era. I believe he's one of the last of the Bo Ryan recruits. He's been a monster. Unfortunately, for Wisconsin, the supporting cast isn't there. Badgers took money against the Huskers last night, +3.5 to +1.5. They lost by 4 despite a wild rally in the final minute to make things interesting. Wisconsin, that was a bad bet. Bad for books. The books did not like Miami-Toronto last night in the association. Heat opened 6.5. They were bet all the way down to +4. Total opened 208, bet all the way down to 204.5. Of course, most of that injury related. Toronto without Lowry in that ballgame. Some of it the fact that the Raptors had played a tough game the previous night. But for Miami, the 12th different starting lineup through 40 games. You know, they were without Justice Winslow and Deion Waiters and Tyler Johnson again. The only guy who started all 40 games, Jason Richardson. Eric Spoelstra didn't get any love for Coach of the Year last year in the NBA. He is absolutely the Coach of the Year in the NBA again through the first half this season. Got him at 23-17 despite the injuries. Heat, Raptors. That was a tough result for the house last night. What about the Lakers? Against those Sacramento Kings, the Glass Chin team. Yeah, Lakers bet from 6.5 up to 9 against Sacramento. They won the game 99-86. Yeah, that 15-12 fourth quarter of that ballgame might have been some of the worst basketball ever played in the association. Lakers got the money. Lakers took the money. Bad result for the books. College hoops action, a couple of moves that worked against the house. Certainly Indiana, they opened +1.5. They closed -1.5 against Penn State. Yeah, the Lions are improved and the Hoosiers are rebuilding. But the markets knew enough to know that Penn State is not supposed to be favored in Bloomington. Indiana gets the money there, and Texas A&M, a bunch of money against Kentucky, as we previewed on Sportsbit yesterday. The Aggies got DJ Hogg back. They got Admon Gilder back in the lineup. And yet that duo combined to shoot 8 for 24. They still almost won the game anyway. This Kentucky team's not maturing. A&M took all the money. They got the money, even though they came up 1 point short of the straight-up victory. All right, we got to talk about what's happened with House Bill 1325 in Indiana. And Indiana Representative Alan Morrison, worth noting, in Jersey, it's been the Democrats pushing for sports betting legalization. In Indiana, Look at the face of this guy, Alan Morrison. It's not old schlubs like me talking legalize it, legalize it. We got smiling, fresh faces like Alan Morrison talking about sponsoring legislation to get sports betting into the state of Indiana. However, let me get his quote first. All right, let me get his quote. We've certainly had some input and welcome some advice and language that makes the leagues feel a little more comfortable. What is he saying? They've had input from the leagues, and the leagues want a cut. They want a big cut, apparently. And of course, we're not talking about the fee 1% of the amount wagered on the sports governing body's events. That would be required to be submitted on a quarterly basis. So 1% of the hand. That's a lot when we consider, again, what the hold is for sports betting. Not that much. And when the leagues try to get, we want our cut, and the states, the taxes, we want our cut. I'm telling you, there's not a bettor out there. If you bet today, you have a relationship with a bookie, an offshore, someone who accepts wagering at 11 to 10. The states come in and go, we have to pay the leagues, and we have to make sure we get some tax dollars. There's no money for that. 11 to 10 is not going to work. At 6 to 5, everybody keeps their relationship with their pre-existing bookie and offshore. Jeff Friedman from the American Gaming Association said it best. Quote, and again, it's all legalese language. He says it well, but the point is this, quote, while we applaud Representative Morrison's efforts to bring legal, transparent sports betting to Indiana, handing sports leagues 20% of what's left over after winnings are paid out undercuts its economic viability. Doing so will ensure the illegal market continues to strive in the state and gut the tax revenues available to fund essential public services. We believe Indiana taxpayers deserve better. He continued, quote, Jeff Freeman, again, the AGA. We encourage Indiana to reject this short-sighted, misinformed idea, which simply replaces a failed federal prohibition with bad state policy. Our goal is to eliminate the illegal market, protect consumers, and strengthen the integrity of the game. That's what we invite all stakeholders to join in, blah, 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 blah. Bottom line is, Freeman said it right. All right. Bookies aren't going to go out of business unless it's 11 to 10 in the states. States better realize that before they start passing some of these laws. Big game breakdown coming up next. Yeah, we got NFL, a pair of divisional round matches for Saturday. Previews coming up next, right here on Sportsbook.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.